Hi everyone, my name is Piterpakulski. Today we will continue building financial model for a clothing store, shoe store, or it can be combined store. Actually, it is a chain of stores. We have 40 stores in our chain, and we have 6 types of stores which we can use to form our 40 stores chain. So it's like kind of portraits, for example, medium store, small store, big store, and so on. So today I would like to add a management company in our model. Today we have a very interesting task because we will be making just some different assumptions to connect this management company to our chain. So guys, like, share, subscribe. You can always order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. At the end screen of this video, I will be giving you the link to the playlist where I will be keeping all these tutorials. And when I completely finish this model, I will give you all the links in the description of this video as well. So you will be able to watch all tutorials absolutely free from scratch till the final overview. So first of all, I will walk you through what we did before during previous tutorials. So as you can see, we have 6 types of stores which will form our chain. So we have chain of 40 stores, and for each store we can assign a portrait. So these are parameters. These are the portrait stores. And let's jump inside one of them. So we have a rule in our model that all inputs are marked with blue color like this. We are not setting up the data inside other cells, so because there are formulas like this, like this, like this, like this. So when we are building some scenarios, we are setting up the data only inside blue cells. So first of all, we have 2 collections. We have spring-summer collection, for example, and autumn-winter collection. We can specify when we start selling this collection. Then we are setting up the product line inside this collection. This is the pricing for this collection. We can switch on and off different products from the product line. We have global and local coefficients for pricing to play globally and locally with prices. This will be needed later, many steps ahead during scenario modeling. Then we're setting up the sales plan for the collection for the season. We have global and local coefficients for the sales plan. Then we are setting up the level of manufacturing costs. We have global and local coefficients for manufacturing costs as well. Then we are setting up the level of discounting for the prices. So when the collection gets inside the store, we have 0 discounting. Then on the 3rd month we start discounting prices 5%, 15%, then we have sales, for example, like 80% from starting price. So here we are setting up discounts. Then in this table we are allocating the 100% of units for the product line, how we sell these units inside the timeline. So for example, for this item, 40% of this item will be sold, of units of this item will be sold on the 1st month, 20% will be sent on the 2nd month when this item gets inside the store, and so on. So we're allocating 100% of this item. So here we're allocating the sales plan inside the timeline. Then we start talking about autumn-winter collection. We have the same parameters for autumn-winter collection. Then before each collection starts gets inside the store, we have 6 months prior to that moment where we allocating the manufacturing costs. So these are manufacturing costs, these are percentages of allocating, so these are the manufacturing costs, and we are allocating these manufacturing costs 6 months before collection gets inside the store. This is for the spring summer collection, this is for autumn winter collection. Then for this type of store we are specifying fixed costs. So here are the items, monthly values of costs, we can switch them on and off. We have global and local coefficients for fixed costs. Then we set up payroll for this store, positions, amount of people on each positions, salary of one person on each position, on off global and local coefficients. Then we are describing investment plan. So here is what we are investing in. So this is the moment when the store starts its operating activity. These are months before we start operating activity. So this is the investment stage. So here is how much we are investing in, when we are investing in, and what we are investing in. So we have on-off buttons for investment plan. We have global and local coefficients for investment plan as well. Here we specify the life cycle for this portrait of store. Then we specify the asset tax monthly, and then we set up how fast we are reaching the target revenues from the moment when the store opens. So for example, when we start operating activity, we will get only 10% of targets, then 20, 30, 40, so we will be climbing the targets step by step. And here we can specify how fast we will be reaching the target numbers. So then let's move, and we have 6 types of stores. We can set up the inputs we can set up different revenues, different levels of expenses, different life cycles for these stores, and then we are moving to the core. So what we have in core, here we can specify the first year of financial projections. We have global coefficients for pricing, sales plan, manufacturing, fixed costs, payroll, investment plan. We can name our types of stores. Here they are. We can name them from 1 to 6. We can switch them on and off from calculations globally. And then we have a core. The core is the heart of our model. So here we are specifying what type of store we are opening, when we are opening the store. We can switch on and off this specific store, or we can switch off different types of stores here. So we can set up 40 stores and play with this data. This will later go to the cash flow statement. So what is next? So then we're putting all the revenues, all the expenses inside the timeline. Here, let's go. Then we are adding a loan. Here we specify the amount of loan, term of loan, interest rate, if we have any grace periods for interest payments or principal payments, we can set up these values here. Then we specify when we get this loan, year and month, and here are the calculations for the loan. So now let's move to the management company. So let's create a new block of inputs. So So we can assume two scenarios. The first scenario, we can assume that management company will appear as soon as our project has the first revenues or first expenses. This is the first moment when management company can appear. And the second scenario, so management company can appear, for example, if we say that, assume that let's management company appear when we reach, for example, six stores in the chain, or 7 stores, or 2 stores, or 10 stores. So this will be this value can be fluctuating, but this will be a parameter that we will be playing with. So we have two variants of setting up the management company. So the first, let's do the first, let's create a timeline here. Management company timeline. So first of all, let's assume that so any inflows or outflows. So this will be some, let's go here. So these are the revenues. Plus some so if this value will be more than 0, that we have any inflow or outflow. Okay, let's press enter. Now let's extrapolate this formula to the right. So here we see that the first moment when management company can appear is July 23. So this is the moment when our chain gets the first revenues or the expenses and so on. So this is the first variant when we can what we can set up for management company. So here let's add a line. So for example, this will be 1. So here will be the month numbers. So the year management company start will be so if this value more than 1, we will put 1, otherwise 0. Just a second. Management company start 0 1 1. Let it be this. Then the formula here will be if and this value equals to 0 and this value equals to 0, we will put 0. The second condition will be if this one 0, this is more than 0, we will put 1, otherwise 1. Now let's extrapolate it. Now we need to describe this moment from
when 0 transforms to 1.
So here the formula will be very simple. So here if and this value equals to 0 and this one equals to 1, then we will put 1, otherwise 0. So this is the moment when operating activity of management company starts. Now let's extrapolate this formula to the right. Now the next story. So management company year start. So I will just take this value and multiply on this line. Now let's create totals for that. So this will be 2023. Then management company month start will be this line multiplied on this line. This will be a month number inside the typical year. Now let's create totals. So this will be month number 7.
I will use VLOOKUPs. So this will be, I will search this value. Let's go up to the library. I will be searching this value in this table. I will need the second column, exact match. So it is July 23. So the first, so variant 1 linked to chain start. So year, month, so year will be this, month will be this, the next variant can be, for example, we are starting management company when we are reaching, for example, five stores in chain. 5 stores in chain. So this will be variant 2. Amount of stores in chain. So here we'll be specifying amount of stores in chain. So we will be specifying how much stores in chain we need to start the management company. So this will be from 1 to 40. So for example, say this will be the input. This will be the input. Then here I will place year and month. Now let's create another table, MC timeline variant 1. Then management company timeline variant 2. So first of all, we need to calculate amount of stores at any given moment. So what we need to do, so here we have in the operating activity, so we have operating activity cropped 011. We need this table. So now we will create a totals for this line. Now let's extrapolate it.
So this is how many stores we have at any given moment.
So now we need to put 1 when we have more than 6 stores. So so management company 0, 1, 1. So if this value is more or equals to 6, we will put 1, otherwise 0. For here, for this cell, the formula will be a little bit different. So if and if this value equals to 0 and this value is less than 6, we will put 0. Otherwise, if and if this value equals to 0 and this value is more or equals to 6, then I will put 1, otherwise 1. Now let's extrapolate this formula to the right. So here we can see 1, 1, 1 starting when we have 6 stores in chain. Now let's extrapolate this formula. So for example, if we set up here 14 stores, it will start with 16. Okay, now let's extrapolate it. Now let's find a specific moment when operating activity starts. 0, 1, 0. So if and this one equals to 0 and this one equals to 1, then 1, otherwise 0. So actually we're describing this moment 0, 1. So this is the moment when management company appears. So the year will be this. Month will be month will be this. Oh, just a second. Month will be this. Now I'm extrapolating these formulas. Let's make it totals. So this will be May 24. Now let's copy this formula, but just freeze these cells. So this will be 24 May. So year will be 24. Month will be May. So if we set up, for example, 20 stores, this will be June 24. 30, this will be September 24. 40, this will be December 24, and so on. Now, the third version we can set up manually. When we will be opening the management company. Let's type manually. Year and month. Year will be data validation list. Year I will pick from here. This will be 2023, for example. So this will be the inputs, so I'm coloring it with blue. Month data validation list. So this is the input. So I'm coloring it with blue as well. So now let's select the interface where we will be choosing between these three scenarios. So let's call it variant select. So here we have, let's select these three, copy, let's go up, paste it here, so let's insert a line here. So this will be a data validation list. I will be using this list for choosing. I'm coloring it with blue because this is the input. Okay, so this is variant select, then the year and month I will put it here, the final values. So if this value if this value, let's freeze it, if this value equals to this, we will put this value, then if this value equals to F2 this value, we will put this year. If this value equals to 3, okay, 3, we will put this, otherwise empty, and we are closing the brackets. So this will be 2023 format cells. Okay, now let's extrapolate it. So this is July 23, first one. Then if second one, this will be June 24. June 24. If we are setting up the third variant, manual, this will be July 23. For example, October. So I guess everything works. Okay. So now we need to set up the timeline. So this will be management company final timeline. And what I would like to add, for example, I would like to add variant select, and what I would like to add more, I want to be able to management company on off. I would like to see how the business shows show the cash flow with or without management company. So how management company's expenses affect the business, the overall business. So data validation list, on off, so if this value equals to this, we will put 1, otherwise 0. So this is switch on and off for management company. So management company 0 1 0 1 0. So if this value equals to this value, and this value equals to this month, we will put 1, otherwise 0, and then we will multiply it on this coefficient on and off for management company. What is wrong? C972. So if just a second, if and this value then okay. So let's extrapolate it to the right. So this is the moment, for example, if we want to switch off, okay, it disappears. Let's switch it on. Now let's extrapolate it. Then management company 0 1 1, so we will be linking all management company costs to this line 9 and 7, I mean. So this will be the end of management company investment stage. This will be displacement of this value. So this is when we start operating activity for management company. This is the investment, the end of the investment stage for management company. So let's assume we will have 6-month investment stage for a management company. So management company investment stage So this will be the first cell. Then if and so this value equals to 0 and this value equals to 0, this will be 0, otherwise 0, then more than 0 we will put 1. Then if and this value is more than 0 and this value is less than 6, then we will take this value plus 1, otherwise 0. So we are closing the investment stage cycle for the management company. So these are months of the investment stage for management company, and now we need to put the expenses and investment plan for the management company inside the timeline. So now let's finally add the management company costs. So for example, we can go to our one of portrait of stores. We have fixed costs here. We can copy this block of inputs from here, put it here. I will call it management company fixed costs. This will be management company fixed cost item 1. So here we just, if this one equals to on, then final value core this one, this one, this one, and and global coefficient will be this. So this is fixed costs for management company. So if we want to switch them, some of them off, we need just on off. Just a second. Data validation list on off. Yeah, so if we want to switch something off, we can do it easily here. Then if we want to increase the costs, we can do it here. Globally decrease costs here. Then if we want to decrease costs for specific item, we can do it here, or increase costs for a specific item, we can do it here. So everything is flexible. So these are fixed costs. Then we are moving to the payroll. Now let's adjust a little bit the formulas. So this will be management company payroll, management company position 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and so on. Then here is everything okay, and then on off data validation, on off, on off, then let's displace this formula here, this cell here, then let's add this cell here, one, two, three, four, 1 2 3 4, and payroll global coefficient, okay. Then we are moving to investment plan. So this will be management company investment plan. So management company investment plan item 1. Then on off. So I will be using data validation here. So if this is on, so these are, the first value is this, the second is the third one is this, the fourth will be pulling from here, then the core, this will be for investment plan, yes, let's extrapolate this formula to the right, to the bottom. Okay. Now let's move to the asset tax. This will be management company asset tax. And now let's put all our management company expenses inside the timeline. So I will copy this table to the bottom. Management company costs. So what will I have here? I will have here management company fixed costs, then management company payroll, then management company asset tax, and management company investment plan. So the formulas will be very simple. So I will need management company 011 line. So I will take this line and multiply it on the fixed costs totals. Then management company payroll, I will take this line again and multiply it on this value. And then asset tax, I will take this value. Oh, by the way, I need to freeze it. Did I freeze it? So this one is frozen. This one 44 is frozen. Then I will take asset tax, I will freeze it and multiply it on this cell. In the final timeline, I will multiply it on this cell. And so here I have 6 months of investment stage. I have 6 months of the investment stage in this table. So if this value equals to 1, I will put this value, then if 2, I will place here Q. If 3, I will place P. If 4, I will place O. If 5, I will place n if 6, I will place m, here it is, then I'm closing all the brackets. Now let's simply extrapolate these formulas to the right. Let's, by the way, look here, payroll, so this is payroll, so here again, 011, 011, this is final timeline. So the line is 997, 997, 997, and here is 999. Okay. So these are all costs. They will go to the cash flow statement. We are marking them with red because they are costs. So what we are fighting here, sorry for the long video, I just so we can play with a huge amount of scenarios. So for example, we can switch off management company. Okay, so the first scenario, we can look at the cash flow statement and look just how the stores up management company, clear how the business breathes itself, for example. Okay, then for example we can assume that we will be opening management company, for example, in September 2023. So September 2023, 6 months prior, investment stage. So this is the first variant. Then, for example, we want to open our management company when we reach 15 stores in our chain. This will be the second scenario. So the second scenario, this will be May 2024. So May 2024, and this is the investment stage for the management company. Or, for example, we may open our management company right from the first month when we are opening the first store. This will be the first scenario. This will be July 23. So this is July 23, and this is the investment stage of a management company. So now we can play with the data, with inputs, the way we want. We have a huge opportunity for a scenario play, for a quick scenario play. So sorry guys for a long video, just wanted to show you how this can be done. Please like, share, subscribe. You can always order financial models from scratch
for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. At the end screen of this video I will give you the link to the playlist where I will be keeping all these tutorials, and when I completely finish this model I will give you all the links in the description of this video as well, so you will be able to watch all tutorials absolutely free, one by one, from scratch till the final overview. So thank you guys for watching. See you in next videos. Thank you and bye.